Hello! Hi! Welcome to episode 8 of my Minecraft Let's Play. I'll welcome you here to my wheat field. So at the end of last episode, we unfortunately didn't finish too much on my to-do board. So instead of working on what I'd hinted in the last episode with another project I've been working on behind the scenes, secretive, I decided to work on this wheat field, and I want to do some more of what's on the to-do board. So I've been hanging out around by the windmill. I hope you liked that from last episode. Really fun build in my opinion. Although part of me can't get over the fact that this kind of looks like a Santa Claus hat. And once you see it, in the red and the white, you'll never unsee it. Merry Christmas, Santa Claus. Anyway, let me show you around this new wheat field. So I thought this hill was quite a nice, gentle slope down here for the wheat. And I went to the spruce biome that we found maybe in episode 4, the 2x2 spruce that had heaps of podzol. So I went over there with my new silk touch shovel and farmed up lots of that. I really like the colouring of the podzol. As you can see, it looks similar to what the hydrated farmland looks like. So I thought that went really well together, and it just makes this whole, like if you've ever done any gardening and such yourself, when you buy compost, or when you have compost, it's a lot darker, so it makes this whole area look like nice fertile soil for the wheat to grow in. So this is kind of our main big wheat field here, all fully grown, ready to be harvested. Small little bit on the top up here. Not sure if this will stay like this. I might end up changing that, but for now it's wheat. If you come down this nice path, you can see just over here there's another wheat field, and with this one it's slightly different. You can see we've got 2 rows. I've put them off on a different angle, but you can see we've got 2 different rows of wheat here again. But on this side you can see that at the back there's a row of wheat, but then it looks like we've kind of transitioned to something else here. And so this part I was hoping that it looked like the wheat here had been harvested and bundled up into these hay bales here. So we'd like harvested all the wheat in these areas and put them into these hay. And I used the dripstone because it has kind of these let me show you. If you look at the farmland, it's kind of got these lines through it, like it's been tilled by a hoe or a rotary tiller or something like that. And it took me a while, and I really tried a few different blocks. But the dripstone block was the closest I could find that looked like dried up farmland or already harvested farmland that isn't being irrigated anymore. And it's kind of got those little lines in it, as you can see, like the farmland. Because unfortunately, if you have farmland that isn't hydrated, it eventually just turns back to dirt. So we couldn't have that. I tried a few different ways of getting that to look nice, like planting seeds in it that couldn't grow. And anyway, I ended up with the dripstone, and I think it looks quite nice having these kind of strapped down bundles of hay in this farmland here. And let's head back up to the windmill. And I've done a little bit of the inside of the windmill here. So we had the wheel last time, so this is where the wheat would be grinded. And I've just placed in a bunch of random decorations around here. Mostly storage and barrels and wheat ready to be milled on the stone wheel mill. Upstairs, or up a ladder. Again, just some more storage of wheat and whatnot. And then out on our balcony we can see off into the distant lands. You can even see the cherry biome over there. Pretty cool. And yeah, nothing special up here. Just a nice little seat and a nice lookout. So I think that's a pretty good first pass of this area, the wheat farm and the windmill. But if you remember over to my little chicken hutch build, there's a lot of life in that area. There's lots of chickens running around, different things like that. So I think the next pass over this area is to kind of liven up the area. So I have a few different ideas on how to make this area a bit more lively and have a bit more movement and reasons to come up in here. And I think we'll get to that now, eh? Yeah, let's do it. Hello. Me, here. Just harvesting some more podzol for the build that I've probably just rudely interrupted. But, you know, I'm over here harvesting podzol, like I just said. Let's repeat that sentence again. What was I doing? Harvesting podzol. Yes, harvesting podzol. And look what I see just over here. Is he still here? Oh no, where are they? I may have logged off. But I saw... There he is, look! Oh my god. New puppy friend. I know I'm so late to the ball game with this, I guess, right now, but oh my god, it's been blah blah blah. I swear I'm speaking sentences, but anyway, we see that little guy. We need to go make him our friend. So, I'm gonna head home, grab some bones, and meet you back here. I'm back. His bone. Doggy friend. Hello? Hello. Hello, doggy friend. Hi, doggy friend. Oh, is there two of you? There's two of you. Doggy friend. Doggy friend. Ah. Okay, come with me. Look at this. Bloody triplets. And we're back. Sitting here with our new friend. An unexpected but happy surprise. I've added a little bit of life to the area. I'll show you now, including this little happy friend. So we'll have him come around with us. So, as you saw in the last kind of clip, I did mention how Pango and these two guys that I got look like they were triplets. So I'm thinking for the naming, since Pango is black in Māori, I'm thinking I'll name this guy the same thing, but in a different language. So, excuse me, Donald. Donald, this is not about you. Donald. So, if you have a favourite language or speak multiple languages or anything like that, just pop a different language down in the comments. And I'll name this little fella Black, but in whatever language gets put in the comments. So, put a comment down there. Should be cool. Put a comment down there and we'll name this guy that. But his other friend, I've already named him. I asked Whiio to give me a random language and he chose Swedish. So he didn't know what he was choosing it for, but I'll show you this other friend down here. And so we've named him Black in Swedish, which I believe might be pronounced something like Svart. So let's go see Svart. This is one of the areas I put in. Apparently this guy decided to be a fisherman. I haven't actually traded with him yet. Don't be a fisherman, you're a farmer. Let me break this. Yes, thank you. As you can see, there's a little bit of redstone underneath that. I'll explain that in due course. But yes, this is one little area, and I use the carpet and berry bush technique again to keep this guy inside this area. And it's worked pretty well. He hasn't been caught by anything. And he hasn't been able to get out. So he just kind of hangs out here and farms away. Just in this little area around his composter. When he's not a fisherman, that is. And we have a cart. So in the, I don't know, the lore or the... or why I built this was kind of transporting the hay from these two areas over to the barn. And this is Donald and Pango's mule baby. I think I have a name for him, but if you think you've got a good one, pop it in the comments. And he's pulling this cart along, quite a big car, but you know, he's strong. And we have Svart down here. There was another villager in here, but unfortunately I don't know where he's gone. So either a zombie got in or he got out somehow. I have gone around the perimeter again to see where I've gone wrong. But hopefully he should be fine. And since I haven't tamed Svart, I'm hoping that he just runs around in this little area. So let's see about that. Fingers crossed he just hangs out in here. He is named so you can see, so hopefully he doesn't... Oh, I don't think dogs despawn, but anyway. Well, he isn't moving at all. Do you move? Oh, he does. Okay, cool. Well, fingers crossed he just stays in this area. Add a little bit more movement around. I think I'll add in another villager in here eventually. And part of the movement that didn't make it into their little building montage is a wheat farm. And the different products of building a wheat farm. So you saw in that barrel just behind my head there, that there was some bone meal in there. And that is one of the products from this wheat farm and where it gets stored. So we've talked about before how I want to have different things stored around the world and have reasons to go to all these different areas. So we have the chicken farm over there behind me and the windmill up there and these wheat farms down here. So underneath the windmill there's a bit of redstone. Alright, you stay there. So down here underneath this windmill, I haven't fully encased it yet, but there is a wheat farm. I've currently got it turned off. Oh yes, yep, they're going crazy. Okay, let's turn it back on. Oh my gosh, there we go. I'll turn the sounds off. At the moment I had it turned off because I didn't realise how far the note blocks actually make their sound go. So you can kind of hear it outside, which is not what I was intending. But anyway, in here we have 4 villager cells. And they're all farming wheat. And there should be 2 allays in each cell. One of them is holding wheat and one of them is holding bone meal. Because when the villagers have excess wheat, not wheat, sorry, when the villagers have excess seeds, they compost them. So it's a very slow bone meal farm, but it's just a byproduct, so it's kind of 2 farms in one in a way. I had some problems with the first lot of villagers in here picking up wheat, but I found this comment here on Reddit, and it mentions putting 7 slots of beetroot in the villages and then adding in the seeds so they don't pick up any wheat, and they'll never pick up any wheat, and the inventory will always be full of at least 1 slot of seeds and then the rest beetroot, and it's worked really well. So I really quite like that, and the fact that you do get a little bit of bone meal is kind of nice as well. So the redstone I have for that is down here, and I've got them all stored in different areas. So with that villager mechanic, I wanted to get 3 different things out of this farm. I wanted to get bone meal, which you saw gets stored out by that villager out the front in one of the wheat farms, just in a barrel there. And then the next part is the wheat and the hay. So I wanted to store some wheat, and then any excess wheat from what I wanted stored, I wanted to get converted into hay. So to do that, I initially have the wheat that comes from this farm go up this dropper line, and that gets stored here up that dropper line in this barrel. I also have another barrel up the top that's just excess from overflow. I want at least 1 whole barrel storage of wheat, and I wanted to store it up here by the windmill because in grain windmills and with this grain wheel, the idea is that, you know, the wheat farm or the wheat berries come and they get grinded by the stone wheel and turned into flour. And, you know, we don't have flour in this game, but I thought it would kind of make sense if I have a bunch of the wheat stored here with the idea that, you know, it's just ready to get turned into flour. Just, you know, a little bit of law, a little bit of thing, a little bit of different storage area. So I thought that was cool, so I stored the wheat up here. And then any excess wheat that I have goes into this crafter scenario here, shot out and sent off towards the barn. So I'll show you where that's stored now. So we built the barn a while ago, but it didn't really have any particular reason for us to go there. Yes, the animals were stored there, and I do go there to get some wool or drop off one of the horses when I'm nearby. But I wanted a bit of storage there, and because barns have haylofts, well, these style of barns have a hayloft, I thought there's no better spot to put the hay. So the hay that gets made from that wheat farm in there gets shot off and stored up here in the hayloft. So we have 3 barrels where hay will get stored. I'm not sure how long it will take to fill up. Hopefully not too quickly, but that's a decent amount of hay storage. And I think it all kind of ties in really nicely, and it makes this area It makes you need to move around this area a lot, and I think it's pretty cool. Oh, Jesus Christ! Have a chicken. Yeah, so that's the first kind of little bit of life and movement to this area, and one is movement through the mobs, and one is movement through the player, having to go to different areas and get the resources. But another thing to aid with movement is this kind of area here. So I think I showed you this path. It sweeps around by the chickens. They're doing pretty well. I haven't had any more chicken explosions. I don't know if you saw right at the end of the last episode, I put in a little clip from me discovering that we had a bit of a problem with the chickens laying eggs in the dispenser, and just so many chickens, like so many chickens were there. I was flabbergasted. But another thing I want to do, aids with movement, is to pop a bit of a bridge here. So we have these two land areas, and I think it would just look really cool having a bridge across here. This road here is the main road that I go when I'm going over to Whio's base, so I think it will look really cool having a bridge just over top joining these two little areas. So I think we'll get to that now, eh? Yeah. Chicken. So I didn't really pre-design this bridge at all. I just kind of did it on the fly while I was watching a stream. I recently started watching, I think their channel name might be Linksy, but I think they go by Link. I had a stream on, I think I had an impulse stream on, and I'd gone away to, I don't know, who knows, do kitchen things, make lunch, something like that. And I got back after a while, and he'd obviously raided this Link guy. And I happened to jump back in and listen right when he was talking about something that he thinks every survival player should have in this world, called a board of achievements. And I thought that was a really neat idea. He had all his different farms and big achievements in his world, because he was playing on a long, like 4-year hardcore world, I think it is, that he's playing on. And I thought that was a really neat idea, so I think it's something I'm going to implement in the future. And I think that would be really fun. It's just another way to document different things that you do in the world. I already have one idea that eventually we'll get to. It'll be my first big project of this world. But we have to make it to a suitable area first. So back to the bridge. As you can see, I kind of went with a very monotoned oak and spruce, just kind of simple wood bridge. I didn't want to do anything fancy. I just really wanted to get a bridge up. But I think it looks kind of nice, just for on the fly. Didn't take me too long to do. Bit of fun. Speaking of other future Minecraft things, I'm pretty excited about white wood coming to Minecraft. I really think mostly the white picket fences, honestly. Especially just for this area, I think some nice white picket fences around these kind of farming paddocks and things like that. I think it will look quite neat, especially with the white trim around the barn. I'm quite looking forward to that. The biome and such, I think it's cool. I like that since the trees look like dark oak trees, I like that it borders the dark oak forest all the time. It makes it feel like it's almost like a mini biome to the dark oak biome. I do wish there was like some sort of like flower or different type of shrub or something like that in it. I do like the moss and the hanging moss is pretty cool. I watched Cubfan talking about the disparity of you can't put certain hanging flowers and vines off leaves, and I totally agree. You can put the new hanging moss off the bottom of leaves, but apparently you can't actually put many other things. So I agree. I think we should be able to place all the vines on leaves. The creaking mob seems pretty cool too. I like adding a new game mechanic. I think it's pretty cool. I think I'll have some fun with that at some stage. But yeah, I guess since it's not a big drop, I think it's a good amount for a small drop, as they're calling them. I think it'll be fun. Unfortunately, since I've already travelled to a dark oak biome in my world, I'm not sure how far away I have to travel to find another one. Maybe I'll just trim the world, we'll see. But yes, back to the bridge, back to what I'm doing right now. Just a simple curve, pretty monotoned, usable bridge. So this is the bridge we have here. Like I said in the nice little time lapse, I didn't actually have any kind of plan for this bridge. I just did it. Oh, jeez, fly. What was I saying before? I was rudely interrupted by my headset dying. Oh yes, the only thing I could think of was, when I was growing up, there was this log bridge. I don't know if you could really call it a log bridge. It was literally just 2 logs that my dad had placed down. I was very young, so I don't know if he placed it down, but there was 2 logs that like spanned this creek crossing, and it was a kind of deep area like this. Obviously not this deep, but it was deep. It was like, I don't know, maybe a person and a bit deep that the 2 logs were spanning, and he would drive the quad bike just over these 2 logs, and I was absolutely terrified. So the 2 little tracks there in the middle kind of was a bit of a inspired by that. But anyway, here's the bridge. Let's cross it. Oh yep, lovely. Bridging. We're bridging. Down we go. Beautiful, amazing. So that leaves a nice little, well, that makes a nice little path across this way, which we're immediately going to run away from and not use, because I would like to go get a villager for the area of farm that there used to be one in, and now there is not. And I'll show you. Let me get my stuff together. And we'll sneak into Fio's base and steal a villager. And I'll show you where I get him from. I have, spoiler alert, I have started a little bit of a villager setup in the area I've been kind of hiding from you. You know, it'll be in the next couple episodes. But at the moment it's not quite set up, so it's actually easier for me to be a thief and go steal one. Alright, I have my stuff. Let's go under this nice new bridge that I built. Ooh, fancy! I feel like I could have made these curves in here a bit nicer looking at it, but meh. Maybe one day. It's actually pretty nice to go under. You can see I kind of removed the grass from underneath it. Added in a couple dead bushes. Even though I guess there is light that would reach it, but yeah, but nice. Let's go. Let's keep going. Alright. We're almost here. We won't go inside his base because, frankly, it is a chaos base. We only want one. Is he going to be clipped too far into the wall? Come on, one of you. Ah, there we go. Oh, perfect. It's like I've done this before. So, moving villages by boat. Oh, and spoiler alert, there's the armadillo from last episode's intro. He's just chilling. So yes, moving villages by boat is awesome. The leading on the boat, amazing. I found that a really good way to get the villagers up slopes. For a while I was pillaring up and things like that, but it was just taking way too long. So I found quite a good way to get them up things was to just constantly jump. See, you can see kind of, yeah, they just kind of glide up the surfaces quite nicely. Sweet, up he goes. Okay. Let's set you free, my dude. Alright, would you like to become a farmer, please? I guess it's late in the day. Hello, Spot. Boom! Farmer dude. Cool, so that's all achieved. That's good. That's happy. I'm happy. Oh, well, let's go and check out a do board. See what's left on there. Okay. To-do board. Field farmer. Well, I think I can happily say that we are now field farmers. We've completed that wheat field. Let's take that off the board. Nice. So we can't quite knock these two off the list yet. I haven't made any more paddocks yet. But I think we can do this one. So I really want to expand what we have over here for make more maps. So what I'm thinking is I might keep... Is it... How do I... Yep. Ah, there we go. I might keep... I have to not open them. I might try and lock these 4 maps. I've seen lots of people do this with their... Oh yeah, cool. With their survival worlds, and just kind of keep a, you know, a nice record of how things are progressing. Which I definitely want to do with this one. Cool, so all of those are logged. Let's call these maps starter maps. Starter map? Sure, why not starter map? And then I think all the new maps I'll call maybe the date that I create them, so it kind of gives you that just to help you keep track of which ones go together. Okay, let's make more maps. Okay. I have 10 more maps. I don't think we need that many, but let's get to mapping. Oh, okay, cool. That already looks way different. Okay, so we need to go up. Let's go down this way. Oh yeah, we've got the whole area open. Let's go down this way. And I think if we go past this tree... Ah! Oh, I hope Sammy E's still around. Ooh! Oh, okay. Oh, more secrets that you haven't seen. You can see a little bit of a waterfall there, and then a... what will be something at some stage. I'm creating a bit of a pond up there. So, spoiler alert. Actually, this is gonna look cool. Okay, awesome. New map time. Ooh. Oh, the black. That must be the tough fencing. Oh, and the water tower. Oh, that looks cool. So, let's check these older ones. That's number 7. Pop number 8 in. Oh, there we go, and it's updated. Well, we can see it kind of updating in real time. And it has part of the windmill in it. Awesome. Alright, so I think the maps I did kind of make this shape. I know it's not perfectly even in this area now, but I think eventually when we expand out these ways, it'll look quite nice. So I don't know. We'll put them up. We'll put them up and we'll see how we go. A bit of a strange looking map, but you can see we've kind of expanded out everywhere. There's our little bumblebee looking house with the big cherry tree and a pond which now has the nice mud around it. Some of our pathways. The barn just looks like a giant red square. And these wheat farms look really cool on this map. Okay, I couldn't help myself. I filled out the entire area with the maps. And I quite like how you can see, if you follow my cursor, this is one of the pathways that I started making towards the spruce biome that we've found. So it's pretty cool that you can see that on the map. And there, yeah, not much going on around this area. But eventually. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We now have like this giant wall of maps. So we can make more maps off our to-do board. And, you know, pretty productive day. So I think that's about it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed watching. Give us a like. Give me a name for this fella. And pop another language down in the comments. And we'll give a name to this guy too. Oh, yes. Alright, thank you for watching. Goodbye.